Top 10 figures from Avengers Infinity coming right up. Hello and welcome back to another Heroclix Top 10 video. Today's video features the top 10 figures from Avengers Infinity. As always, Mr. Clix is brought to you by Lucky Dice Cafe out of Huntsville, Alabama, home of the ROC. No matter if you're in the United States or around the world, Lucky Dice Cafe has the winning role for our gaming needs. You can visit them at luckydicecafe.com or on their Facebook page using the link found in the description of this video. Alright guys, so let's go ahead and get this started. Changed up the format a little bit because some people said they wanted to see the dials for these top 10 videos, so we're gonna try that, see how it works. Go ahead and put in the comments if you like this better than how I've done it before, or if you would like me to go back to the old way. Alright, so starting off this list, we have Pip Patrol, number 008. We are here on HC Realms looking at these dials. He is a common. He comes in at 40 points. Starts has the Cosmic, Infinity Watch, and X Factor keywords. Has a 0 range. Starts off with a 13 movement with stealth, 8 attack with a special, 16 defense with super senses, and 1 damage with exploit weakness. He has a trait and a special like we talked about, and his trait is what really makes this guy shine. He's a super taxi. His trait is Space Gem chooses its bearer, phasing teleport passenger 2, but may carry characters that have wing symbol or can use battle fury. When Pip Patrol uses it, when Pip Patrol is KO'd by an opposing attack, choose a friendly character for the rest of the game. That character can use phasing teleport passenger 2. So this would be really good for those, you know, like Shredder type teams or Swarm teams that really rely on a transporter. And if you're able to take out the transporter, you take away their mobility. This lets them maintain their mobility. It's sort of like getting 2 taxis for the price of 1. Just a fantastic ability there. Phasing teleport's really big right now because barriers pretty popular. So this is a good way to get around somebody burying themselves in. They'd have to be in a really tight formation to barrier themselves so that you couldn't get to them with phasing. His special is best to sneak up on him. When Pip Patrol attacks 1 or more characters with 2 action tokens, modify his attack plus 3, so that attack ends up being an 11, which is pretty respectable, especially for 40 points. And he has exploit weakness, so that 1 damage is definitely getting through. But 100% not use him for that. He is just on here to be a taxi. Next up on this list is one that is near and dear to my heart. It's Jack of Hearts. He is 75 points, has the Avengers team ability, has a 6 range single target, has armor, Avengers, and cosmic keywords, has the Avengers Infinity trait, which is when Jack of Hearts attacks only characters 100 points or more, you may choose to modify attack or damage plus 1, which is pretty good. So let's go ahead and take a look at his combat values right now. He starts off with an 8 movement with running shot and the flight ability, 11 attack with a special, 18 defense with toughness, and 3 damage. So that 11 could be a 12 or that 3 could be a 4. For 75 points, that's a steal. That's good there. Now what's his special? Because you know there's not a lot of juice here. Well, this is what gives him some juice. It's called Zero Fluid Explosion. Pulse Wave. When Jack of Hearts uses it after resolution, you may place him adjacent to a hit character. So this is just really a good power here. Pulse Wave. What's nice about it is that if you were to run 2 Jack of Hearts, you could Pulse Wave, single target Pulse Wave hypothetically, place yourself adjacent to the character that you hit, so that the second Jack of Hearts could get a single target Pulse Wave off, and you know, not hit the other Jack of Hearts and stuff like that. So that's really cool ability. I really like this guy a lot. Has 6 clicks of life, but he has regen at the end. Some really strong keywords there in Cosmic and Avengers, and armor's actually not too bad either. So that's why this guy's on this list. Next up on this list, we have Captain America Principled. He's on here. He's a title character, and he's really good. For making your opponents sort of take turns off or modify what they're doing. He's only 65 points, has 6 range single target, 8 movement with sidestep and the flight ability. 11 attack with Incap, 18 defense with energy shield deflection and indomitability, and a 3 damage with leadership. Those are all great powers, great values, especially for 65 points. Has the Avengers, Cosmic, Soldier, and Warrior keyword. I would say Avengers, Cosmic, and Soldier are really good keywords. Warrior's okay, not great. Like I said, he's a title character. He starts with 2 plot points. And he has a +1, a -2, and a -4. His +1 is, even in the face of genocide, we can't become murderers. Free, when a friendly character uses Force Blast, Incapacitate, or Smoke Cloud during a costed action this turn, after resolution, remove an action token from them. So that's really cool there. Now, you can't use just the knockback portion of Force Blast. You actually have to take the power action and roll the d6 for Force Blast for this to trigger. But the Incap's good. Cap has his own Incap, so he'd be able to +1 Incap and then remove an action token. It's pretty smart there. You know, and depending on what kind of team you're running, you could really do some shenanigans with that. His -2 is we need to imprison them and not kill them. Barrier as free, and when Captain America Principled uses it, place up to 8 blocking terrain markers. 8 blocking terrain markers is insane. There's more than one map where that would just totally block it off and make things real miserable for your opponent. So that's good there. It's only -2, so he's able to do it from the start of the game. Just a great ability there. And he has one more, which is -4. Diplomacy may fail, but not trying is admitting defeat. Free. If no character has made an attack this turn, during your next turn, characters can't make attacks except using Incapacitate. This includes friendly characters. Now, it sucks a little bit that it's, you know, your characters also. But if you have a team where you planned on using this ahead of time, and you're able to Incap, you're an Incap heavy team, this is the way to go. Just a really powerful ability. It shuts your opponent down pretty much guaranteed for 1 turn. Just a fabulous figure. Definitely had to be on this list. Alright, next up on this list we have Quasar, number 37 from the set. He is 125 points, has the Avengers team ability, 8 range single target, Avengers and Cosmic keywords, both really good. Starts off with a 10 range with, or I'm sorry, a 10 movement with running shot. And the wing symbol, 11 attack with Psychic Blast, 18 defense with Invincible and Indomitability, and a 4 damage. This guy's just really good. 125 points. We're getting into tentpole territory, but this guy has tentpole numbers, especially when we get into his couple of traits and his special. So his first trait is Avengers Infinity. And it is the same as Jack of Hearts. So he gets, when he attacks a character 100 points or more, he can modify either his attack or his damage +1. So he can either be a 12 attack or a 5 damage. That's just great to start off with. Then he has another trait, which is called Containing the Threat. When Quasar hits with a ranged attack after resolution, you can use Barrier at no cost. Barrier is an extremely powerful power, and getting to use it at no cost is broken if you hit. With a 12, you're probably going to be able to hit a lot of figures. And then he has a special on his attack for his last 3 clicks, which is Siphon Your Power, Steal Energy, but with ranged attacks instead of close. Really good. Steal Energy is good. That'll put him back up on a, you know, if you have it on that click 4 where he has a 9 movement with Sidestep, 10 attack with the special, 17 defense with Energy Shield, and 3 damage with Ranged Combat Expert, it'll get you back up onto a running shot click. So yeah. Just really good figure there, solid. Nothing too super fancy, but again, just a really solid entry from this set. Next up on this list, we're going to talk about Cosmo, number 39 from the set. He is 70 points. He has no team affiliation, has a 6 range dual target, Animals, Annihilator, Cosmic, and Guardian of the Galaxy keywords. Has 1 trait and a special on his attack, on his movement and his damage, and he has improved targeting, ignores hindering terrain. So he starts off with an 8 movement with that special, 10 attack with telekinesis, 18 defense with willpower, and 2 damage with outwit. So not bad, a little pricey for TK and for an outwitter, but let's see what that special is. It is I am Cosmo, I am in Brain. Mind control. When Cosmo uses it to target more than one character modify attack +1, so you're getting an 11 attack for mind control. He also has that trait, which is Origin before the Guardians. If Cosmo is part of a Guardians of the Galaxy theme team, he has protected outwit this game. Otherwise, he modifies his attack and defense +1 this game. So you potentially have a 12 attack. Now that's really good. Potential 12 attack for dual target mind control could be huge. All these characters with the before the Guardians traits or before blank team traits, almost all of them it's better to go with the not named theme team with them. But and then he has a special on his damage on clicks 2, 3, and 4, which is you have Loud Brain free. Choose an opposing character within range until your next turn. That character can't be given a power action. It's important to note that it is within range, not necessarily line of fire, so you'll be able to get through blocking terrain or through characters and stuff like that and not give them a power action. Now, if you're playing against some figures that have you know, a lot of call-in IDs or something, an opponent that has, that's what they're relying on, really shuts that down. They can't call in they can't give the power action to call on a figure. You know, they can't use running shot, they can't use charge. It shuts down a ton of stuff, makes it really difficult on people. And then on top of that, he has in cap on that click also, and mind control. It's just, this guy's really good and needed to be on this list. Alright, next up on this list, we have a character that wasn't on my radar until I heard about it on Starting Over podcast, so give credit where credit's due. But once I saw where he was coming from, I was like, yeah, this guy's good. So he's number 40 in the set. He's only 50 points, has a 4-range single target, has armor, future, and pirate keywords. Those keywords are a little weak. Armor's probably his best bet if you're going with a theme. Has a 7 movement with sidestep, 10 attack, 17 defense with mastermind, and 2 damage. And he has a special on his damage for all 4 clicks of life and a trait, and his powers are all the same on all 4 clicks. So his trait is normal people don't come with death rays. At the beginning of the game, generate 2 Deathbot bystanders. If Golden Skull is on the map, Deathbot's actions do not count towards your action total. So what does a Deathbot do, you might ask? Deathbot has a 4-range single target, sidestep with a 6 movement, 9 attack with Psychic Blast, 16 defense with toughness, and 2 damage. Not bad considering you get 2 of them and you get them for free. But let's see some other stuff that Golden Skull does for us. That special on his damage is a rousing good speech for man or robot. Perplex, leadership, adjacent friendly characters modify attack +1. So all friendly characters that are adjacent to him automatically get a +1. So those Deathbots get a 10 attack with Psychic Blast. Again, for free, pretty good. And he has a Perplex that he can use, plus you're bringing an extra action at the very least to your team with leadership. This guy's just off the chains. That modify attack value +1, it's not a unique modifier or anything like that, so you could technically run 2 of these. Now you're dedicating a third of your team to that, but you're getting attack +2 plus 2 perplexes and 2 chances to roll leadership to take things off, and 4 of those Deathbots, so it could very well be worth it. But this guy needed to be on this list. Alright, next up on this list we have Unseen, number 43 from the set. He's 65 points, has the Power Cosmic team ability, 9 range single target, has the Cosmic, Soldier, and Spy keywords. I'd say Cosmic and Soldier are the way to go with him. Spy's okay, some people really like that keyword. He has a 10 movement with sidestep, 0 attack with a special, 18 defense with a special, and 0 damage with a special. And he has those stats across the board, and this guy's insane. It's a little controversial. Some people really don't like him. I like him, and I really think after Origins we're going to start seeing a lot more of them. But let's go ahead and get into what's on the figure. He has improved targeting, ignores elevated terrain, hindering terrain, and characters. He has a trait which is Creature of Whispers and Regrets, phasing teleport and stealth. When Unseen uses phasing teleport after resolution, he can use Smoke Cloud at no cost. So free action Smoke Cloud's fabulous. It makes it so that, you know, characters get -1 to their attack if you put it under them. They have to, stop or have their movement if they're moving out of it. You can potentially get a +1 defense if they're attacking you into it, if it's ranged and they don't have ignores hindering terrain for targeting. Just really good, really powerful there. His special on his attack is called Before I Knew Your Larger Misdeeds, Now I Witness Them. Unique modifier: when an opposing character uses Colossal Retaliation to make an attack, modify attack value -2. This is what's going to make him huge. This is just going to be such a thing that people need. I think now it's a lot of points to dedicate it to it, but if we start seeing people run Unimind a lot or some kind of pick a power figure, I think you're going to see this guy paired up with Darwin, and they're going to say, go ahead and send Surtur over. He only has a 10 attack now, and just something like that where it's just going to be over the top. They're going to make sure they have an 18, 19 defense, and they're going to be like, you need an 8 or 9, and you got one shot at it, so good luck. Then he has a special on his defense, which is only to see and not be seen. Super Senses succeeds on a 4 through 6. Increased Super Senses is good. And then his special on his damage is interfere in what I witness, outwit and probability control. So he can outwit and probability control while ignoring elevated terrain, hindering terrain, and characters, and he has 9 range while doing it. This guy's just a fabulous figure. He's a win the whole way around in my eyes. Alright guys, before we get going too much farther in this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up, give it a share. It really helps keep me motivated to make these videos. And also, why don't you go ahead and list your favorite figures from this set. Can be 10, doesn't have to be 10. Go ahead and put that in the comments below. Really love reading those comments. Alright, now to continue the countdown. Alright guys, so next up on this list we have Moondragon. This is the first and only chase on this list. She's number 46 in the set, is 80 points, power cosmic team ability, and an 8 range with single target. She has the Avengers, Cosmic, and Infinity Watch keywords. I'd say all those are pretty good. Has a 12 movement with phasing teleport and the flight ability, 12 attack with Psychic Blast, 18 defense with Super Senses, and a 3 damage with a special. She has 2 traits, a special on her defense and a special on her damage. Her one trait is called Cosmic Entity. Moondragon can't be the target of an attack with more than 1 target, so pretty good there. Then she has another trait called the Second Virtue of Life, Cunning. Then she has another trait called the Second Virtue of Life, Cunning. Flurry. Once per turn, when Moondragon's attack roll has a 2, until your next turn, friendly characters have protected mind control, opposing perplex, opposing probability control. That's pretty good there. A 2 you could still hit if you only got 1, 2, and a 6. That means if you had a 10 attack, you're hitting an 18. So not the worst roll you could have. Her special on her defense is Life's Last Hope, Stop, Mastermind, and she gets 2 of those right in a row, guys. So 2 stop clicks right in a row is really good. And then she has a special on her damage, which is called Mental Link Free. Modify a friendly character's damage value +1 this turn. When that character makes an attack this turn, after resolution, deal 1 unavoidable damage to the friendly character. Plenty of characters that you could deal the damage to and then heal them back up at the end, and that wouldn't be a big deal. Civil War storyline OP kit, Taskmaster jumps to mind of people that wouldn't care about taking a damage. But she's pretty good. She's the only chase on this list, and this list was comprised of figures that are just good on their own. So that's why, we're not, spoiler alert, we're not going to see Starfox, we're not going to see Thanos, a couple other things, because they're good with Unimind. They're not good on their own. Thanos is okay on his own, but Starfox definitely isn't. Okay, so moving on. Alright, next up on this list we have Giant Girl, number G001. She has 25 different point lines, 10 through 250 points. She has the Avengers and Celebrity keywords, has a 0 range, 10 movement with charge, 11 attack, 17 defense with combat reflexes, indomitability, and 3 damage with colossal damage symbol. Now her stats do change. That is her starting click at 250 points, and it's anywhere between 11 and 9 for the attack. The damage is always 3, and the defense is anywhere between 16 and 18. and the movements are between 10 and 8. I'm going to suggest her at 10 points. That's where I'm going to be playing her almost exclusively. Some people are saying 30. I'm not really feeling that, but she does have 3 traits. All of them are fabulous, and she is one of the best Colossals in my opinion, just because she's so cheap, and then these traits that we're going to get into. So she has her one trait, which is you say grow, I say how high, and it talks about how she has the 25 different starting lines, and there's a thing on her card that tells you which click number to go to. Her other one is called she keeps getting bigger. Giant Girl may heal past her chosen starting line, but can't heal except this trait. When she KOs an opposing character, after resolution, roll a d6 and heal her a number of clicks equal to half the result. So if you roll a 5, you heal 3, because it'd be 2.5 and you round up. If you roll a 1, you heal 1. If you roll a 2, you heal 1. And this is just for 10 points. You get basically a decent figure that can gain life, and it's just difficult if she starts getting on a roll and starts KOing like a bunch of walking woods or pogs or a bunch of couple click figures with no defenses. She's just a nightmare to take down, and the longer you wait, then you're like, okay, well, she's healed 9 clicks, so I got to get through 10 clicks of life on something they paid 10 points for. It gets ridiculous. And sort of in a haha Joker sort of way, they have to say, well, do I ignore this now and potentially have to really deal with something down the road, or do I waste an attack and ignore their main thing? And I think that's going to be, it's an interesting thing to try to make your opponent choose. Are they going to go after the 10-point figure or your main guy? And then she has another trait, which is Colossal Retaliation. Who needs a smackdown? Power action. And this is probably the thing that makes her not quite as great at Colossal Retaliating as some of the other ones, is her Colossal Retaliation is power action. If no other Colossal Retaliation has been activated this turn, choose an opposing character that attacked Giant Girl or damaged a friendly character since your last turn. Place Giant Girl such that she can make a close attack targeting the chosen character, then do so. Like I said, the fact that you got to give her power action makes her, for just the Colossal Retaliation, probably not as good as the other ones. But if you're looking at using her for the healing and for the Avengers keyword, and just her flexibility on points, she's really good. I think people are really going to start warming up to her after they have a little bit to digest and get off the Carnage bandwagon and stuff like that. All right, and last up we have your boy Groot. He's number 25 from the set. Has a few different point lines, but I'm just going to suggest him at his 20-point line. He has a 0 range with 1 bolt. Starts off with a 3 movement, 10 attack with a special, 17 defense with a special, and indomitability, 3 damage with leadership, and that's the important thing. He also has Cosmic, Guardians of the Galaxy, Monster, and Ruler keywords. He has that. He has 2 traits and his couple specials that we talked about. His one trait is Origin before the Guardians, so he can either have Protected Outwit or +1 attack and defense for the game. So for 20 points, you can have an 18 defense with an 11 attack. That's what I'm going to go with 6 days a week and twice on Sunday. Then he has another another trait called Puny Mortals. We will crush you like an insect. At the beginning of the game, you may generate a Dr. Leslie Evans bystander in an opponent's starting area that's friendly to their force. If you do, generate 2 Walking Wood bystanders. Whenever Groot hits 1 or more opposing characters with an attack after resolution, generate a Walking Wood bystander, maximum 5 on the map. So let's go ahead and take a look at what those look like. This is Dr. Leslie Evans. He has a 5 movement with stealth, 8 attack, 15 defense with a special, and 1 damage with outwit. He has his special on his damages. I'm not afraid of you, Groot. When attacked by Groot or Walking Wood, Dr. Leslie Evans modifies his defense +3. So you're giving him an outwitter and something that's going to be hard for, if you're if you're taking the +1 attack and the +1 defense with Groot, he'd have to roll a 7 to hit. But let's go ahead and take a look at the Walking Woods, which you'd be giving yourself 2 of. They have a 4 movement with a special, 10 attack, 16 defense with toughness, and 3 damage with shape change. The special is all timbers under my control, flurry, plasticity, and sidestep. These guys are just, the plasticity really makes it difficult to get around them. The flurry makes it so they're dealing potential 6 damage. The sidestep means they can potentially move 6, and the shape change just helps protect them. These guys are good. They're not going to win you a game, but they're definitely annoying. They're good mastermind fodder. And there's something, I mean, that 10 attack for potentially 6 damage, again, we're asking ourselves, do I really want to ignore possibly taking 6 to the face? A lot of times the answer is no. So here we are back on Groot. He has his Colossal Retaliation, which is his special on his attack, and it is free if no other Colossal Retaliation power has been activated this turn. Choose an opposing character that attacked Groot or damaged a friendly character since your last turn. Place Groot such that he can make an attack targeting the chosen character, then do so. So standard Colossal Retaliation. And then he has Colossal Indifference as his special on his defense, which is stop toughness. If Groot began the game on the 20-point starting line, he can't attack smaller characters except via Colossal Retaliation. For 20 points, this guy's a steal, and I think fabulous. Alright guys, so that is my top 10 picks for Avengers Infinity set that came out a little bit ago. Go ahead and let me know in the comments below how I did, if you thought that this list was grade A, or if I need to just stop it and go home. I want to see your top figures. It doesn't have to be 10. Can be whatever you like. And that's all I have for you guys today. As always, please remember that it's only critical miss if you don't have probability control.